What's up guys, welcome to another Scratch tutorial. Today we will be continuing our series on how to make a submarine simulator in Scratch. Today we will be looking at how to add player lives and enemy lives. As you can see, we have hearts that go down instead of variables. So now we will be doing enemy lives, and also we will be making a few changes to the anchors. So the anchors should come like a little bit. See over here, they get the falling is different. So without further ado, let's get started. So here we are from last time, and what we are going to first do is the anchors. So let's go into the anchor sprite, and what we're going to do is make a new variable called live velocity. And it's going to be for this sprite only. So when the green flag is clicked, we need to set Y velocity to 0. And make sure you choose this Y velocity instead of that Y velocity. And then over here, we're going to take this out and we're going to change Y velocity by -1. And then we're going to change Y by Y velocity. So if we see now, we should see that the anchor should be coming. When the anchors fall, they get faster the longer they fall. Like that. So that's what we're going to be. That is exactly what we want. And the next thing we need to add is lives. So go into the backdrops, and we need to hide these variables. And then next thing, we need to set max lives to 3. I have a sprite from my backpack over here. And in this sprite, we have 3 costumes. We have the 3 hearts costume. Over here, see, we have 3, and then we have 2, and then 1. And then we're going to go to 0, so yeah. So hide those variables, and we're going to make the size a little bit smaller. When the green flag is clicked, we're going to hide, and we're going to set size to, let's say, 80. Like that. And we're going to go to here, and we're going to say, when I receive play game. And under the one green flag is clicked, we need to make sure to set switch costume to 3. Okay, so let's get a forever loop. And we're going to get an if statement. We're going to say if lives does not equals 3. That's our variable lives. Then we're going to switch costume to lives. And then if, get a less than, we're going to say if lives is less than 1, which is 0 or below, that means the game is over. Then we'll basically hide. Oh, and when the green flag is clicked, we need to make sure, when I receive play game, we need to make sure to show. So it looks like that. And if we get hit or something, flash, and then the lives change. So that's exactly what we want. Now the next thing I want to add is enemy lives. So we have 2 enemies here. We have the enemy submarines and the sharks. Let's first start with the sharks. I want the sharks to have 2 lives and the enemy ships to have 3 lives. So let's make a variable called shark lives. And it's going to be for the sprite only. When the green flag is clicked, let's set shark lives to 2. And we're going to say over here, we're going to say change lives by -1. And what we actually need to do is put this weight over here, and we're going to put this over here. Like, we're going to do a flashing animation. And this, we can get rid of that and change this to 0. And then put that in. And we need to put an if statement around this, because we don't want to say if lives is less than, shark lives is less than 1, then we'll do that. And similar to the enemy submarines, we need to also make a variable called enemy submarine lives. And we're going to say for this sprite only. And over here, let's set this to 3. And over here, we're going to do the same thing. Set brightness to 30. We're going to wait 0.1 seconds. And we're going to just get rid of this and just change this to 0. And we're going to change lives, enemy submarine lives, by -1. And then we'll do the if statement and stuff like that. So let's see if this works. So we're going to hide our variables from the screen. And over here, yep, it takes 3 hits. And same with the sharks. Oh wait. Somehow the sharks don't seem to be dying. And so that's a bug we need to fix. And one thing is that the bullets go through the enemy submarines and the hearts somehow disappear. Oh, the way they disappear is because we have 0 lives. So instead of hide, we're going to take that out. And then we're just going to, we want to stop this script, what we did in our player. Actually, we can just put hide. It doesn't matter, because it's supposed to hide. Okay, so the first bug is in our sharks. The sharks don't seem to die. And over here, it's because we need to switch that to shark lives. The next bug, in our bullet sprite, we're going to say if touching sharks. We're going to grab an operator and say or touching enemy submarines. Then we'll wait 0 seconds and delete this clone. So now, the bullets don't go through the player, and yeah. And one thing I noticed is that the anchors seem to be moving down. Oh, there. So one thing we need to make sure is that it's the Y velocity for the sprite only, not for the player. So now it should be working. The anchors and the sharks and the enemy submarines. So we're fixing some bugs here. So that seems to work fine, and these too. So yeah. So we fixed some bugs, we updated the enemy submarines, we added lives, player lives, and enemy lives. So I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next Scratch tutorial. Peace out.